Good day, gamers and non-gamers. This is Dritz playing Shroud of the Avatar, spiritual successor to Ultima Online, and today I'm going to talk about the whole hotkeys versus your combat bar, or should I say hotkeys in regards to your combat bar. And up till now, I haven't really used the hotkeys function for this combat bar, and here's why. My gamepad that I use is the Razer Tartarus. Very cool gamepad, and with a lot of previous games that I've played, a good example is Star Wars: The Old Republic. This combat bars can be very thoroughly modified. So let's say you might do 2 across and 5 down, or 3 across and 3 down, or something like that. So basically, you can turn this combat bar into a pattern that you can memorize the pattern, and you can actually pair up the pattern with your gamepad, which is how I've done it. So when I'm actually key binding, I'm remembering the pattern, not the what button goes where. So it's more of a pattern memory. And with this game, can't really do that because this is a very static bar here. Can't be changed at all. In fact, it's so static that they just recently, in this recent R39 update, made it so that this non-combat bar is still visible when you go into combat. The downside to that is it's basically stuck with the main combat bar. They're both now one solid unit, and this gets in the way a lot of times because my cast bar is right here, and my eyesight actually focuses right about here, so I like to have my combat bar right about here because this is where my eyesight likes to hang out. And of course, that means that cast bar is actually going to be covered up by 1 or 2. I'll show you here. So see, there's my cast bar. So what I end up having to do is just kind of tweak this just enough that the cast bar shows up in between the two. It's very inconvenient, but there we go. Now I kind of have it. And that's what I've been doing up to now. And rather than keybinds, I've been just, clicking the things with the mouse. And if I wanted to do combos or something, I'd drag and drop, fire them off, drag and drop, fire them off. And that's kind of how I've been playing up till now. The downside to this approach is that, and of course, for this, so what I've been using this for is just my movements, left and right, up and down, targeting, going into combat, coming out of combat. So that's what I've been using this for. Downside to that approach is when the battle is hot and heavy and heated, and I have all these flame area of effects up and stuff, I can very easily lose sight of this mouse here. And then I can't tell you how many times I've come close to dying because I couldn't see where my mouse was at. And I decided, that's not acceptable anymore. So I'm going to force myself to learn how to use my gamepad with this bar here. And my approach to that is to split the bar into 2 halves. You got this left half here, which is 5 spots, and you have the right half here, which is 5 spots. And I decided for the keypad, I'm only going to focus on these 5 spots on the left here. These ones, I'm going to leave these as my area of effects and my defensive and my stuff that I only hit once or twice, and I'm going to use the mouse for those. And that means these are my combat attack skills, and these will be the ones I actually use with my gamepad, which means I'm only dealing with 5 spots. And on the gamepad here, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots across. So that's kind of the approach I've been taking. And as far as this bottom row here, because you see there's actually 3 rows, and this bottom row, the way I've been running right now, has not been used for much. And all my movement keys and my targeting stuff were these top 2 rows here. So I figured that frees up that bottom row to actually use that bottom row for that combat key binding. I'm still using leaving the top 2 saved as for the movement keys and stuff, but I won't be using them. I'm gonna be using the mouse instead. And the way you can do that, use your mouse for movement, is under here, under controls. There we go. You check this little box, use mouse to move, and what that means is when that's checked, so this is my right mouse key being pressed. This is my looking around key. And then to move, I simply push the other one. So once again, that was this is my right mouse button moving me around, and then by pressing and holding the other one, so I'm pressing and holding both, I actually move. So, and actually I can move quicker. I have more mobility doing it this way. I can spin around and move quicker. The only downside to this is I can't back up, but that's okay because since I'm leaving the keys binded to my movements on this pad here for those top 2 rows, that backing up key is currently programmed, and all I have to do is hit that if I needed to back up. And I'm somebody that in combat, I like to do a lot of backing up fighting. So without further ado, this is kind of what it looks like for me. So we'll go into combat mode, and of course this, I'm still using the left side with the mouse, because this is what I do. I drop my area of effects here, but now for the other side, see that I just paired those, and not using the mouse for it. Actually, I should have paired those, but and I'm going to show you how I'm pairing them here in a second. But basically, this is me using the mouse pad instead of or using the gamepad instead of the mouse, and I found it's actually faster. I can fire off spells and stuff much faster, which allows me to kill stuff quicker. And if I'm really starting to get heavy, really starting to take damage, I can actually hit my heals much faster too, or my life drains as well. So now, as you can see, I was pairing some stuff there. The way I'm doing that is, once again, we go into our options menu here, under controls, and it's going to be the I don't run with the defaults because I use the gamepad, so I kind of find the item, and then I put my own keybind to it. So let's see, start. There we go, start glyph combo, and you see I have assigned to the space bar. That because on my gamepad right here, this button right here on the side, which I actually hit with my thumb, is actually my space bar. So I've assigned this to my to be that starting the combo, and you can only combo 2 at a time. So let's say let's see if I can do this here. So I see there's some the sword swinging ones there, right? So I hit that, and then I hit my 2, and see I just paired them, and then I can fire them off there. I just pair those, and then I can hit it and pair them again, and then I can fire those off, and then I can hit, pair, and fire it off, hit, pair, actually hit, pair, nope, hit, pair. Like I said, it's taking me some getting used to here. Select hotkey. I am selecting the gosh darn hotkey. There we go. And it's harder to do this like this too. So it says select hotkeys to combo, and I want you to do those 2, and then I'm gonna do it again, and there we go. So that's basically what I'm doing, and it's taken some getting used to, but select hotkeys to combo that one and that one, that one and that one, that one and that one. It's easier when I'm not actually holding it up like this, but you get the picture. Basically, you press that key that says to select hotkeys to combo, and then you press the 2 keys you want to combo, and then they'll pair those 2 up, and then you press it again to combo some more, and you take those 2 that you just comboed and pair them with a 3rd or a 4th, and keep going down the line until you're ready to fire this entire stack off. So, and this whole time, so right down here, these are the ones that my keys are being bind to right here. And if I said I wanted to move back, so the back is just right here, and actually I could move forward too with this one. And then for my targeting, I left everything the same as before, so come in and out of combat with that one. And then right here, that's actually my left, which actually this is good to have because I can strafe left and right. And also, you don't want to dual keybind one key to two tasks, but I did here. This is actually the targeting as well, so it hasn't been an issue for me. So, anyways, kind of a rough tutorial there. You know, my key pad is strapped to a cord, and anyways, let me demonstrate it in action here. So let's go up here and fight something, shall we? And it's rough. Like I said, I've gotten used to the whole mouse thing, so having to rethink and retrain my body is taking some getting used to, but I think it'll be better in the long run. So where is something to fight? There we go. He sees me, so we're going to back up here. Actually, a couple of them see me. And we're going to go into combat here. And there we are. So pair those two. Pair those two. Fire that one off. Fire that off. Then we can use the mouse here to drop that on them. Drop that on them. Pair those two. And then use that one. Pair those two and then use that one. Use that one. Pair those two. Use them. Use that one. So it's much easier here. And I can stack those, use them. And I don't have to worry about losing sight of my, and then see that, I just stack, and then I can do it one more time. Oop. There we go. So I just stacked 5 there. And there you go. So that's the whole keybind for the, rather than having to use the mouse for everything, that's me using the keybinds on this gamepad for this left half of the thing there. And that would be my phone going off here. So I guess that'll call it for today. I gotta go to work here. And this is Stritch playing Shroud of the Avatar, Spiritual Successor to Ultima Online. In-game name Mr. Tuggle. And before I go, I should probably loot these, huh? Always loot your corpses. And if this game looks like something that you would be interested in playing, in the description is a affiliate link to Marquee Dragon game codes where you can get this game for a low cost of $45. So until next time, have fun gaming.